So here we have our basic knife roughed out, and we're going to stamp our logo onto the handle. I created this little die holder so I could hold the logo die in position while we use the 20-ton press to stamp the logo. Just got to line everything up really good, and then once you get it lined up, the press goes pretty slow, so you can kind of keep an eye on it as you're trying to apply the pressure. As you can see, we got our logo in there really good. That time I applied almost too much pressure, and it dented the steel on the outside of the logo a little bit, so I wasn't too happy with that, but it's okay. Like I said, I want these knives to look more primitive. So now we're going into the heat treat. We have to get our blade up to temperature. We're looking like around 1500 or so for the tool steel. And while I was stamping the logo, I warped the blade a little bit, so I'm just trying to straighten that out first. And I did a batch of knives. I did like 4 or 5 knives here. It wasn't just this one. Getting the blades all ready. Go right into the oil. I know it's been recommended to kind of move the steel around while it's in the oil to prevent any kind of air bubbles or anything like that that might be surrounding the blade. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to steel and the hardening process and everything, but it's been working fine, what I've been doing so far. And after the initial hardening, I take it over to the stove, take it over to the oven, and temper the steel for at about 375 for about 2 hours. Let that sit in there for a couple hours. And tempering helps the blade from being too brittle. And so then after we did this blade, like I said, I did a few more. Some of them were warped also. I had to straighten them out, but I just thought I'd add this part. As you can see, I have a bucket of perlite there because I had some other tools I was hardening or annealing. I had to let them cool slow inside the perlite. We're just going to go on to finishing the blade. I think I'm going to stop doing the sanding process and maybe move on to sandblasting. I think it would make a nicer finished, maybe nice parkerized finish. So not only did we sand, but we also placed the blade on the jig and ran some different grit, higher grit sanding belts over it, and some Scotch Brite sanding belts. Polishing belts, I should say. So look for our next video. The next video is going to be about starting the handle, making the handle. So if you can, subscribe to our channel and like the video. And just want to say thank you for watching.